Hi all, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the election. Now, as elections go, if you look back to 1960, there was an awful lot of fraud going on in 1960. Kennedy, Nixon, and Nixon lost, obviously. LBJ was from Texas. There was a lot of fraud going on in Texas. A lot of fraud going on in Chicago from the JFK and the mob. But Nixon was such a good man, he did not question it. He knew this would tear this country apart. He knew it. He wasn't a bad man. Nixon was not a bad man. He started affirmative action, higher pay for everybody, the war on drugs, which I don't agree with. Gave the cops too much power to do anything they want. Got to do away with the war on drugs. Start the war on pedophiles. Anyway, he knew the election, him questioning the election and looking into the fraud and everything would tear the country apart. Fast forward to 2000. Al Gore and George Bush. They called Florida way too early and said, Gore won Florida. Meanwhile, they didn't count the panhandle. It's in a different time zone. Anyway, so they went and counted Florida. Al Gore only wanted to count like down by Miami because that's liberal. It's the only place he wanted to count, but he had to count the whole Florida, and he lost. Now, bring it up to 2016. 2016, yeah. Trump won the landslide. Beat Hillary's ass so much. They tried to get into five. They got into 5 machines. They tried to get into 11, but Homeland Security stopped it. So he still won in a landslide. Okay, 2020, right? 2020. Here we are. You have all these Trump rallies or Trump protests, and there's thousands of people. 15,000, 10,000, 30,000, 10,000 people outside couldn't get in. 15,000 people outside couldn't get in. Here you had Joe Biden with these circles, 6-foot circles, right? Couldn't even fill them up. Couldn't even fill them up. Nobody waiting to get in to see him. The one thing he did, there was Trump protesters behind him yelling out, Trump, 4 more years, Trump, 4 more. There was more people out there than there was to see Joe Biden. So you can't tell me Joe Biden won this. They cheated so fucking much. It's unbelievable. No way Joe Biden won. Sorry, people. Just sorry. But, it takes them, 10 days before they can go in and an agency to go in and find out what's going on. Well, it's going to happen. And hopefully there are watermarks on the real ballots or isotopes or some sort of, watermark where you could see where it's a real ballot. Hopefully they did that and nobody knows. That way it wouldn't be on the fake ballots. So, boom, this one's out, this one's out, this one's out. Hopefully that happened, but there's no way you can tell me Joe Biden won. No fucking way in the world. He got more votes than Obama did in 2008? You're fucking kidding me, right? You're fucking kidding me. Now you're fooling yourself. Now, hopefully his recount does happen and it will go in Trump's favor. Who knows? If not, America's gone. If you could cheat like that, look, all you do is you're born in America, you get your fucking social security number, then when you turn 18, you get a vote. That's all you fucking get from this goddamn country. You know what? Now you're doing away with the votes. Even if you're a liberal, you should be pissed off because this could happen to you. And if Al Gore never opened up this can of worms, Trump would not be speaking about fraud. So hopefully this does come to bite you on the ass. Hopefully it comes to bite you right on that fucking ass of yours, you leftist. All right. Well, that's about all I can say right now, you know. It's not over yet. Still got to count and see how many illegal ballots went in. And we got a new Supreme Court justice. So that's 6-3. If it goes to the Supreme Court, bye-bye Biden. You know? All right. So hopefully you enjoyed this little rant of mine. Hopefully I won't get blocked on YouTube. You know how YouTube is so fucking much. Oh my God, it's terrible. In 2016 when the purge started happening, Alex Jones, and I have about, I don't know, I always had like 300 or 400 people in my favorites. You know what I mean? And I don't go to most of them anytime. But in 2016, when he disappeared, I started clicking on other people. Okay, this page not found. This page not found. This page not found. This page not found. It was like 30 of them. I wish I kept them, but I just clicked, oh, it's not there no more. Click erase, click erase, click erase. I should have made a video on that. Now, this time in 2020, when they ghosted people, they didn't even show up in the favorites list. Like you click on the channel not shown. It wasn't even there. So they totally ghosted people. But thank God for UgeTube, UGE Tube. That's another alternative. Eugene Gun Exchange Tube. People are posting videos there. BitChute, people are posting videos there. So there are other alternatives out there. But it's just a pain in the ass. It was just so easy when it was on YouTube. You just click on the one, click on the one, click on the one, click on the one. And it was so nice. But those days are over. Everybody wants to cheat. And everybody, you know, you got the deep state, the media, big tech against Trump. They're all against Trump. And it's a sad day in America when someone's vote does not count. Or someone's vote gets canceled out by someone who's not supposed to vote. You know, if I vote, then all of a sudden you bring some dead person in who's never voted from fucking, you know, he's dead, he's still voting somehow, and is voting for Biden. Now that cancels out my vote. Thanks a lot. Can't have this, people. We need to change the voting. We need to change the voting system now. You need to, if you're going to get a mail-in ballot, it needs to be notarized and signed by 2 people. You know, and written in their name and their addresses on there. Or put your thumbprint on it, you know. Bullshit. You know, or just when you go vote, voter ID. Down here in Florida in Citrus County, they're real good. You got to have an ID. And everything. And, oh, yeah, they look you up. Oh, yeah, you're here. Here's your ballot. Here's another piece of paper. Here's the pen to fill it out. Go fill it out in a little cubby hole and stick it in the machine. That's fine. I don't mind that. As long as nobody can get in those machines and change the numbers. Which is what they're saying. I don't know. Who knows? You know, all you do is get a vote in this country. That's all you do. And they take it away from us. And I don't give a shit if you're on the right or left, you should be pissed about it. Don't say, oh, I don't care, my guy got in. You know what, next time it might not be. You know? And Biden says, oh, he went on for fucking how long about, no more fracking. We're going to do away with fracking. We're going to do away with, until he became president and went to Pennsylvania. Oh, no, we're going to keep fracking. You know, he told fucking Trump, show the tape. And Trump made a big collage of it, and he didn't even show half of them. Because I've seen somebody else made a collage of them. I'm not sure if it was Mark Dice. But someone else made a collage of them, and oh my God, it went on for like 15 minutes. Anyway, that's probably taken down off of YouTube now anyway. So, I don't know, anything Joe Biden said, you know, that's why I always voted for Republicans. They only lied half the time. Only half the time. Democrats lie all the time. So when I voted for And when I came down here to Florida in 2003, I had to re-register. I walked away from the goddamn Republican Party in 2003. So, and then they came out with this walk away Democrat walk. I'm a trendsetter, baby. I did that 10 years ago, but I walked away from the Republican Party. I am an independent. I'm a libertarian. As long as you do something that doesn't affect me, why should it bother me? You know, if you want to do drugs and you're not robbing me, you're not forcing me to do drugs, go ahead, do drugs. You know. I know I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, because what party would agree with me and say all drugs should be legal? None. I'm a libertarian. Do away with the doctors. Let the doctors fix broken bones and do surgeries and shit like that. Fix cancer. You know? I'll go to a nurse practitioner. Okay, this is what's wrong with me. Okay, you need this, and this. And I can go to the pharmacy without a prescription and pick it up and take it from me. You know? Even all narcotics should be legal. You know what? You take the fun out of it, people won't do it. People won't do it if it's no fun. Well, you shouldn't take that because it's very bad. Well, why shouldn't I take it? Let me try it. Then people get hooked on it. You know, if you make everything legal, it might be fucked up for the next this generation, maybe the next generation. But after that, nobody's gonna fucking be doing drugs. You know, look at Prohibition. They wanted to do away with drinking, right? They do away with drinking. More people drank. In the speakeasy, more people drank. And that's when they started coming out with all the fruity cocktails and everything. Before that, people just drank straight whiskey, straight vodka, straight rye, straight rum. You know, that's when all the fancy drinks came in, because the shit that they were getting was, half of it was garbage, and you had to cover it up with some sort of fruit to make it drinkable. So, you know, and now with that, they left that in the Constitution when they repealed it. And why? So we can see and learn from our mistakes. You know, ripping down these statues and everything, that was ridiculous. You learn from your mistakes. Even if you don't like the guy, you learn from the mistakes. You read, oh, he was an asshole. Good thing he's up there, because that'll never happen again. You know? You know, everybody's against slavery. You know, Hillary Clinton and Obama, they bombed Libya. They're selling slaves there now. There's an open slave market there. Go figure. Trump was going to be a warmonger. Oh, he's going to get us into a war. You know, look out. We're going to be in a nuclear war. He's done nothing but peace. He's pulling us out of Afghanistan, out of Iraq. He's bringing these people home. He knows these 19-year wars that'll never end are bullshit. So he's a peaceful man. It's the Democrats that are the war machine. You watch. If Biden gets in, we'll be going to war, because that makes the money go around and everybody gets paid. And you know what's going on with a certain laptop from hell, which opens Pandora's box or a can of worms or a barrel of monkeys or whatever you want to say. It opens it because it shows how they steal. You know, everybody in their family gets paid and they look clean. You know, that's why if you're president or anything in the federal government, you need to show your family's tax returns, your wife's wife or husband's tax returns, and bring in all the tax returns. Otherwise, you can't work here, because that's how they launder money. So a lot of things that have to change in this country to get it back on track. You know, Trump is an outsider. Oh, he's a Republican. No, he donated to the Democrats for years and years and years. When I voted for him, I was shitting when I voted for him, because I wasn't sure who he was. I didn't know who he was. Then I found out that he's for the American people. He doesn't take a salary. He donates his salary. He's lost money being president. Name one other president that's happened to. You can't. He's lost money. Why? Because he loves this country and he's seen all the cheating and all the bullshit in Washington and he's trying to straighten it out. And the swamp runs fucking deep. It's hard to fight the swamp when you're waist high in alligators and creatures. So this is just my little rant going off. You know, he wasn't the guy to get in, you know. He didn't put his dues in, whatever that means. You know, look, we had Bob Dole in '96, I think. Great, Bob Dole. Someone happy being a loser for so many years, being on the losing side, and he's going to run for a president and help, you know, right. That's when Clinton won his second term. And John McCain, another guy, happy being a loser, happy being on the losing side and working with Democrats. And, you know, back in the 80s, when he was on a news station, they would all drool. Oh, we got John McCain on. John McCain's on. He's a Republican. He's against all the Republicans. He's against everything Reagan does. Yeah. John McCain. We have John McCain on. And that's the way it was back then. So listen, we put him up for president. Man, I had to hold my nose through both those people. When Trump ran in 2016, even Mitt Romney. I think Mitt Romney in 2012 was put there to lose. I think he got voted in so he could lose and got paid off or something. I won't say that. He got put in there to take that position to lose to Barack Obama. And I wouldn't put it past these swamp creatures. Once Trump came in and he was an outsider and people saw that he was an outsider, and I was still a little nervous about that because he gave a lot of money to Democrats. But hey, he had to. To get things built in New York, you got to grease the palms. You have to grease the palms, otherwise this building would have went, you know. Have to pay the mob, you have to pay the fucking politicians and everything. So everything slides through smoothly and your building goes up. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. It's what, 5 days after the election, you know, it takes 10 days before the federal agency goes in there and counts to see what's going on. I don't think it's over yet. Could go all the way to the Supreme Court. Because you can't tell me Joe Biden got more votes than Barack Obama in 2008. That's physically impossible. Sorry. And Trump warned us about all these mail-in ballots for a year now. Almost a year. So it's going to cause nothing but problems. Nothing but problems. You don't know who's filling them out. And that's exactly what happened. Don't know who's filling them out. Alright. Peace out, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, hit the like button. Please comment below. And if you feel like, you can donate to me. Buy me a coffee. Alright? Thank you. Peace out.